Oh, guys, I'm gonna hit record real quick and share my screen. Hopefully, some of y'all can see this, or most of you can see this. But yeah, today's subject, and guys, I will tell you, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. But it's something probably one of the most valuable components of this business is the power of referrals. Having a business around without referrals is a very scary business. It can paralyze you, but with referrals, you will always have things to look forward to, people to talk to. Referrals, when you get into the business, obviously from Sales Academy through field training, we are simply teaching you how to build a pipeline, how to build a schedule of prospects. And at first, obviously, it's a very cold market, how you introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Zach, I'm with Family Heritage. And from there, you can continue doing that. But you better know the sales talk, the approach, and be very appealing and, somebody that's willing to talk to everybody. You can do that, but you can make the job so much easier by gathering referrals. And guys, it's a skill. Day one, you're probably not going to be that successful with it. But over the course of week one, week two, month 3, that is a skill just like with anything else. The approach, the buying atmosphere, the transition to close. But how you ask for referrals and pre-approach will keep your pipeline full. Now, if you've taken almost 3 to 4 weeks off of work like I have to come back into work now and rebuild my pipeline to a degree. And how I ask for introductions and referrals is how I will get my momentum back. So guys, this here is Kate Wright. If you can see my screen, I know Van repeatedly mentions her name on the Monday morning meeting. She runs a referral selling course, okay, on the interwebs. She used to work for Family Heritage back in the day, and she was a super successful insurance salesman. But her success in referral selling was so great that she actually stopped selling for Family Heritage, and now she runs courses teaching all types of salesmen how to create a referral pipeline. So guys, if you will, write down this web address. It is Kate Wright, which is KATERAID.com/referral-selling-course. Okay. No doubt next Monday you will see it again from Van. Guys, I've taken the course before. I'm about to retake the course just because, again, it's a skill that I've got to hone. And the better I get at it, the better quality referrals I get. All right. This page here, which some of the stuff you're going to find in your trusty, dusty success manual. All right. How to gather referrals on page, let's see, starting page 37, you'll see Asking for Referrals, How I Get Referrals by Rob McLean. Rob McLean has been in the business for almost 20 years, if not 20 years, who is 100% referral based. He works from home. He does 2 to 3 demos a day. He has probably like an 85 to 90% closing ratio. Just somebody who his ability to ask for referrals is just like nothing I've ever seen before. And it's all about how you ask for referrals. So that's what we're going to touch on. Starting with how to ask for referrals, or excuse me, how to ask for introductions, not referrals. So guys, this will be in your email at some point if it's not already in your email from Van. So I'm just going to read this to you. Asking for introductions, not referrals. Using the actual word referral when asking tends to create pressure for your prospect. From the salesperson's point of view, gathering their referrals seems like a steep and difficult task because psychologically there's something weird about it, and that it almost makes us feel like we're asking a customer to put one of their friends in harm's way. Guys, we've all experienced this before. If you've ever signed up for a gym membership like I did a couple years ago, and the guy asked me, hey, if you write down 5 names, you'll get some kind of discount. I forget what it was, or I think it was a drawing for a TV. And guess what? I put my sister's name in there, my parents, I had a couple friends, and I got phone calls from all 5 of them. And of course, I was laughing the entire time, but Guys, it can make people feel awkward how we ask for referrals. So more or less, we're asking for introduction. Of course, that is not the case, but in some reason, that is a psychologically what it likens to itself, especially for those of us who have not yet mastered the skill of asking. And from your customer's point of view, asking them to give you a referral creates pressure on them because they want to do a good job for you by giving you someone who might be a legitimate prospect, but they also don't want to upset one of their friends by passing along their name. So guys, I want you to consider if you're in a business and let's say that Joe Schmo runs a bakery shop, okay? Now they're probably in a different position than their buddy who works for Duke Power or works for the DOT. So when you're asking, what they're doing is in their mind, they're going, well, they got insurance through that, or, you know, Johnny has insurance through there. They're looking for somebody who is in the exact same boat that they're in. And they're trying to give you a quality name, but what happens is they seize up and they don't give you anything. They go, oh, well, I know some people, I don't feel comfortable. We've all experienced that before. And honestly, if somebody asked me, you know, for a referral, in my mind, I don't, you know, keep everybody's intentions in front of me. So I'm probably not going to give them anything, but it's all in how you ask. So instead of saying, who can you refer me to? Try asking, is there anyone you'd be willing to introduce me to? This is more than just semantics. It's a paradigm shift from thinking about pushing your customers into creating selling situations for you to instead simply asking your friends to introduce you to others. Focus on making more friends first, figure out if they're a prospect later. All right. So guys, slowing down and just simply asking, hey, who can you introduce me to that is A, B, or C? Referral, again, guys, it can come off because everybody knows what we do and they know that we're going to ask for referrals. Guys, sometimes you'll see a business card and they'll say, you know, the greatest compliment you can give me is a referral. Okay. That's great and all. But if you want to make real movement, some headway, get good at being very specific. And that leads me to this next example, which is asking by demographics, not psychographics. Asking for demographics, not psychographics. The other mistake we see a lot of salespeople make is they ask one person, a customer, to speak to the interest level of another person. They basically say, who do you know that might be interested in what we do? A cancer policy, okay? Supplemental insurance, you fill in the blank, okay? But it's not only near impossible for me to speak to another person's interest level, psychographic, in your product, if it also creates more pressure on me as your customer. Unless they have specifically mentioned it to me, I have no idea if my best friend is interested in buying a house, getting a loan, insurance, etc. Okay. I'm not qualified to speak to what they are interested in buying. So don't bother asking me. However, if you ask, do you keep in contact with any of your friends from college? So guys, what you've done there is you've kind of pointed them into a direction, okay, of a demographic of people. All right. Same thing. Hey, do you have other friends that are in the restaurant business that own restaurants? Do you have other friends that are farmers? So now I've opened up a paradigm that they can start scanning, because otherwise it's too broad to say, hey, referral, they're going through their mind, their database of all their friends and family, and they just shut down completely. So if you can be specific to that paradigm, they can start to kind of consider some folks who are in the same boat that they're in. Then I might be able to tell you some people who are in the same life stage, meaning they may be a fit for what your service may offer. Or if you say, do you happen to have any friends who just had a baby? So guys, consider when we sit down with somebody who is, they have a baby soon to be, 6 months, 9 months, whatever it might be, congratulations, or they just had a child. Okay. I'm sure that they have friends and other coworkers who also are either trying for children or just have children under the age of 5. Okay, so now we have a demographic and we can speak to them, and it's easier to pull introductions from those people. Again, I can't tell you if they're interested, and it creates pressure on me when you ask. I can, however, happily and pressure-free introduce you to friends of mine that meet certain specific demographics that may be of interest to you, and you can call them and determine if they're interested in your service. So guys, again, if you've ever worked with Rob McLean or shadowed him on a Zoom call, at the end of the demonstration, this is where the rubber meets the road. And what he simply does is he asks for demographics, okay? And he's very, very good about remembering that during the introduction, so-and-so mentioned their brother, their sister, their co-workers, and he's jotting this stuff down. Guys, this is all pre-approach. Our game that we play is names anyway. It's a name game. The more names that we can use in the approach, in the demo, we help pull down the guard of skepticism, and they realize that we're professionals and we're looking for the right prospects, not just anybody. Okay, we can waste a lot of time with folks who don't have a whole lot on their plate in the first place. So if we're specific about the genre of people and businesses, then we can speak to their interest. Okay, so guys, this page here, this is a memory jogger. Okay, so when asking for referrals or introductions, you can look at this and see we all have different lifestyles. Okay, employers, previous business contacts, former college and schools, your church. Guys, there's programs all around us that we're involved in that you rub elbows with every single day. So do your prospects. And those are the folks that we're trying to get introductions to. Sports, holidays, your previous landlord, civic activities, real estate agents, your bank. Okay. So guys, if you can, try to screenshot this. This is just a very long list. I'm guessing this is probably about 50 ideas. You know, who cuts your hair? Who's your postmaster? Who owns the lumber yard? Who sold you your fence? So guys, we're always looking for, you know, who did this? Who did that? And guys, they're willing to tell you that, obviously. And especially I'll say if you approach them with a compliment and you become their friend, they'll tell you everything under the sun. Okay. So asking for introduction. So I'll read you this one line that I use every Monday with the hot hands and referral gathering. Toy Bellamy does a great job. CJ Clark, you know, a lot of people have very warm business, referral-based businesses. And I will say, guys, some of them are not that talented in what they say. It's just the fact that they ask. Guys, if you don't ask the question, the answer is always no. You've got to ask for the sit down. You've got to ask for the sale. You've got to ask for introductions. You got to ask for the referrals. So if you don't ask, guess what? Don't be shocked if you don't get anything from them. But guys, this is something very simple. I don't gather a ton of referrals, but I will say the referrals that I do gather, they're usually pretty legit. And when I call on those folks, I have a pretty high closing rate. But jot this down if you can. And again, guys, I learned this from Kate Wright. But here it goes. Bob, thank you again for your business. I look forward to working with you in the coming months and years. I have one last favor to ask. Everyone has been so thankful to know about this. Even the people I haven't been able to get, who haven't been able to get anything from me, they've still been really thankful that I stopped by. Who do you know, ... in your business, at the bank, whoever, again, using demographics, who do you know that might appreciate just knowing about this? Would you mind if I jot a couple names down? When you say, can I jot a couple names down, you break eye contact, pen to paper. At this point, being very assumptive, they usually give you one or two names. Now, you can go as far as like Caitlin Roberts, where she will show them how many, you know, the first person gave them how many referrals. Hey, you know, Nancy gave me 9 referrals. So-and-so gave me 6 introductions, whatever, however you want to call it. All right, but guys, being very assumptive. Can I jot a couple names down? Very, very seldom have I had somebody go, yeah, I just don't know anybody. They always give me at least one name. All right. That's one more name than I had, I woke up that morning. So guys, find your own sales script, your sales talk when asking for referrals. And I'll ask you today, start utilizing, even if they did not buy. All right. Brad touched on this, I think yesterday or Monday. Even if they did not buy, you are still asking, hey, obviously this isn't for you. It's not for everybody, which is cool. All right. But who do you know based on who you are that might hear me out for 30 seconds? Kind of jot a couple names down. All right. Guys, any takeaways, or some of you agents that's been here for a year or two, any stories that you used or have witnessed out there that have helped?
Hey, Zach, Josie, just to reiterate, ask everybody you come in contact with, even if they're not buyers. Some of my best referrals and most referrals come from people that just, it's not a fit for them, but maybe they're too old or whatever the case is, but they got grandkids and different family members and friends that are in the right stage of life that, they think it makes a little bit more sense. So just to ask everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you consider the amount of people we talk to in a day's time, it takes a very small amount of time to fill your pipeline up if you're just simply asking.
Hey, Zach, I thank you, man. And I appreciate this. Guys, this list right here is pretty extensive. I mean, some of it, obviously looking at it, who sells you your hats? I mean, who's on your election board, things like that. But do this. It's who, it's not do, right? It's who, it's not do. Do is a yes or no. Hey, do you know anybody, man, that would be a good person, a good fit for me to talk to, that you care about enough that you'd like to at least have them take a look at it? They can go, nah. Oh, okay. And then you're out, right? It's a who. Who do you know? And then if it's a who's a name. And then don't stare at them and just burn your eyes into their face, man. Just, that's where you're kind of like, it's kind of like on the price page. When you show them the price, man, you don't stare at them in the face and just put pressure on them, bro. You just kind of, you sit there and you look down, and that's the way it is. Who do you know? And then look down, right? I don't know, Casey's laughing. Are you looking at my bald head?
I'm just laughing. You're so fired up, cracks me up.
Dude, I'm excited, man. Listen, I mean, hey, we're alive. This is a day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice in it. Let's be happy. Let's be awake. I rode this morning. Kyle Schneider got me fired up yesterday because I did not work out yesterday and I felt like crap. So this morning I was like, that ain't happening. I got up at 4:15, got on my bike and said, let's make this happen. So yeah, let's do this, man. This is a good day. Thank you for this, Zach.
Hey guys, if you have not done Kate's course, I highly, highly recommend it. It was a game changer for me in a lot of different aspects. And Kate's amazing. She has great tips that are even far beyond just referrals, because she's been in this business and super successful. But honestly, Caitlin's referral notebook has been also a game changer for me. I sit it down with absolutely everybody because I'm filling out their brochure that goes home with them, writing down their return of premium. So my head's naturally down and I write the business that they're at. I write their name for them. And then I put like 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, hey, who's the first 3 to 5 people that you can think of that you just think would appreciate just hearing about this, just like you have, same opportunity you have. And I literally hand it to them and I get to writing. If they're sitting over there stumped, then of course, given some, ideas of people they can think of. Yesterday, I was sitting down with a guy who literally could not think of anybody because both his parents have already passed away. The only people he talks to, I already protected at a car dealership. So I said, hey, who's the last person that you sold a car to that maybe owns a small business or something like that? And I only got 1 referral from him, but just giving him those little ideas right there made him start thinking and going through his phone. So it does work, guys, if you ask, but if you don't ask, it's not going to work.
Yeah, Casey, that's so true. And one little thing, guys, we all have big businesses in our territory. get referred to those businesses. Like, hey, who do you know that works at XYZ company? That's how I was able to get access to the biggest companies in Gastonia whenever I was selling full time. Is I was like, hey, who do you know at Eaton? Who do you know at Board Warner? Who do you know at, so-and-so place? Who do you know who's a manager there? So the companies that you want to be the insurance agent for, the big monster companies you drive by every single day, well, you gotta get names before you just walk in there so you can get past the gatekeeper, right? So ask people who they know who works with this kind of companies, and that's how you kind of get past the gatekeeper at those certain spots.
I've got two. One was a pretty cool referral string that I've been kind of working on for a little bit now. Did a post office, signed up a woman, ended up, building some rapport with her, found out that she worked at an Indian motorcycle dealership before she started the post office. So went and called on that, and come to find out the owners of the dealership own another, like a contracting company that was like right down the road. So I went over there and called on that as well. And the owners weren't anywhere to be found, but I did happen to talk to the office manager, demoed her, signed her up for like $102 a month. And the office manager said that her son and daughter-in-law run a restaurant that's right down the road. Because I always ask when I'm building a rapport, I'm like, hey, do you have any kids? How are your kids? What do they do for work? And just kind of dive in. But I keep all that in my memory bank until the very end of the demo. And so she gave me her son's name and daughter-in-law's name. So went and saw them and sold them a pretty decent policy, like $280 a month. And then the daughter's dad was over there, who's actually like the owner of the restaurant, and ended up, asking them, hey, when can I catch up with your dad? He was kind of asking me about some stuff. Seems like, he'd be somebody good to sit down with. And they were like, yeah, come back, such and such day. And this is his name. This is where he usually is at that time. And went back, sat down with them, and ended up selling the biggest policy of my career. It's like $488 a month for that policy as well. But it all started from that one referral from the lady at the post office. And that was, almost along with the other people that I got signed up at the restaurant, that was over in Eagle, just from that one referral string. And then the second story was the paper mill that I've been working with that's got about 860 union members. Got about 860 union members. Is doing a fire department. One of the guys there I sat down with, found out he works over there. I was just like, hey, who's your boss? Like, who's the manager over there? Who should I go see to go tell them kind of what it is that we're doing over here as well too? And he gave me the union president's name, and went and sat down with him, did a group demo me and Kyle did for the entire board, won it over, and yeah, now I'm the insurance guy for the paper mill.
Which paper mill is it, CJ?
Evergreen paper plant out in Canton.
Nice. That $480 a month, DJ Case and I back in the day would have called that girthy.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I will say this, and Zach, and you're probably going to talk about this, but if you say you're going to do what Zach's getting ready to talk to you about it, by God, you better do it.
Yeah. And guys, what he's touched on is gift cards. People love free stuff and being rewarded for helping somebody else, so helping out somebody else. So guys, I always tell folks, hey, so-and-so comes on board with me, I'll send you a $25 gift card to your favorite restaurant. Or, hey, two of your friends or family members sit down with me, they don't even have to buy anything. I'll send you a gift card. Guys, that keeps people willing to give you names. And guys, when they give you a name and you close them, send the gift card right away. All right. It makes the job so much easier. All right. The commissions you make off of one sale are likely to be much greater than $25. So reward them for trusting you enough to send you somewhere else. Okay. So.
And nowadays you can email them. So you don't even have to go like to a store and buy one. Don't inconvenience yourself. Guys, get on the interweb, look it up. pay the 20, get the gift card and just email it to them. That's what I do now. I don't go get a card. I just send them an email and they do what they want with it. It's super simple.
Yep. Work smarter, not harder. So guys, when you read the Eagles, you'll notice a pattern. Most of the Eagles that you read, you'll see the momentum was created off of a referral. All right. Almost the majority of the Eagles that you read, it is somebody who said, hey, you need to go see my neighbor. You need to go see my brother. He runs that trucking company, whatever it is. The momentum in this business is created a lot quicker using referrals. So guys, have a blessed day. Start asking. I'm sure you're going to fumble your words, which I'm going to do it as well. It's okay. It's just part of the process. But the sooner you screw it up on the other side, you'll be there sooner than you think. So guys, appreciate your time. Implement what we talked about today, and good luck today.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Happy birthday, Josie.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Zach.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Zach, I have a question.
Yeah.
Could you repeat that link for Katie Wright again? Because my pen stopped working.
Absolutely. It is Kate Wright, which is KATERAIDT.com
And then
/referral
it's
selling course, which if you just Google her name, it'll come up.
okay. Thank you so much. And I also just realized my name is still under Zoom user, and I tried to fix it yesterday and it still doesn't work. But I'm Jocelyn, and
Jocelyn, great to meet you virtually.
yes. Well, I'm under Kyle's agency, and I'm starting in the field tomorrow, so this would actually really help a lot.
Hey, from the first person you talk to, just start asking, and your pipeline will fill up much, much quicker than just cold calling. Unless you really, really love cold calling, just again, make the job easier for yourself.
Right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. You guys have a good one.
You too. Take care.